Hello and welcome back to my channel. Sorry I haven't been on here much. It's been very busy here in the world of Mike's attic and his real life world. Today we are taking a look at the Transformers Collabrative Jurassic Park set, and I love this. Only because there's so much nerdiness going on. Now, if you're new to my channel, I only talk about what works about the figure, what doesn't work about the figure. I don't really go over the transformation steps, but I will show you a few things that do make me nervous or something that I do think is cool. And that's how this channel works. It is strictly reviews. I'm not doing any entertainment purposes on this. Okay. But starting off, alright, I was in 6th grade when Jurassic Park came out. And for the movie, the book had been out for a while. And like everyone and their mothers, I had went and seen it. And I had a hard time with the movie because I was a very sensitive child. Eventually I grew to love it, but at first I didn't like it. But now that I'm older, even within months, I learned to love the movie. And the book is fantastic. It's one of the few books I've read multiple times. And now that I'm older, if I want to put on something that's nostalgic and fun, I'm putting on Jurassic Park. Because, A, the CGI is held up better than pretty much any modern-day CGI, period. And B, it is just such a good movie. And this set is great. I mean, just looking here, this is the display as you pull out of the box. And, of course, you still see I have some of the plastic still attached because I'm very, very nervous about cutting that out because I don't want to ruin this box. It comes displayed like this with the T-Rex standing over the broken Forerunner. And, of course, the one that Grant and Malcom would have been in. It is just really cool. Now, for the box itself, it is a box. As you can see, you do get the commemorative series thing. You get the names of the characters. I don't agree with this name. I'm pretty sure Rex is masculine. I don't know Latin at all, so I'm pretty sure the Rex is a feminine. And I don't think that Tyrannocon should be a Decepticon. And that is because if you ever talk to or read the interviews with Spielberg, he considers the Tyrannosaurus the actual hero of the movie. And I really feel like it would have been something cool if we found out that JP-93 was the villain, because it was the scientist who were trying to manipulate the park and try to control nature. Kind of like how they made Gigawatt a Decepticon retroactively. I think that would have worked better, but I'm not dissing it either. There is another cool thing here on the box that I absolutely adore. I'm trying to see if I can get in shot here. That's right. Mr. DNA himself. But it's a box. It does what boxes do. It holds things. It does have a biography on it. It says, Tyrannocon Rex is loose. Repeat, Tyrannocon Rex is loose. Do not panic. Autobot JP-93 has been dispatched and is equipped to handle the situation. With state-of-the-art GPS tracking systems and all-wheel drive for traversing bumpy jungle terrain, JP-93 will track down and assist her out of containment and return her to the paddock promptly. Yes, it is a she. That's why I'm saying Rex I don't think is correct. If you see Tyrannocon Rex, do not approach her. Please call Jurassic Park security when you are safely out of range. Yeah, that's it. Other than that, it comes with instructions, but they're instructions, so we're going to look at that. So let's start with JP-93. It is a classic 90s four-wheel drive version of an SUV before they were called SUVs. It looks cool. Some of the panels don't exactly match up the best, but it does look like the vehicles as they were in Jurassic Park. Now, these were electric vehicles that ran on a track, and not the rescue vehicles. You do see down here, he does have visible head. You can't store the weapon there. You can also store the weapon up top here, but saying this is all clear plastic, it does make me nervous. As far as that, I mean, it is what it is. Go ahead and pull down here. My table's rocking for some reason. I don't know why. But, as you can see, it rolls. It does what it's supposed to do. And that's it, really, for that. This is fantastic. This is the reason to get this set. Let me see if I can get her to stand up correctly. Now, I am not a fan of Beast Wars, so I don't have any other version of this mold. I know it was used for quite a few Transformers over the past couple of years, including Beast Wars Megatron and T-Rex, I think his name is. I don't know. I wasn't getting them. So, I don't really have anything really to compare this with other than itself. And I do like it. I mean, if you just take a look at the head sculpt here, it's got those beautiful menacing eyes. It's got that beautiful jaw with teeth. The texture is fantastic. It feels bumpy. It feels like skin. And the tail, of course, does this. Now, it isn't perfect. As you can see through the parts here. You can see the spots underneath. Things are not tabbing in correctly, at least on my copy, but considering I'm mostly going to be keeping this in T-Rex and on the display shelf, it isn't going to bother me that much. As far as articulation goes in this mode, the head does move. The neck moves a little bit, so you can do that. Of course, these things do pop out and get in the way. The hands go up and down. Knees, you do get bend. They go forward, they go back. The whole part comes up when you do it, though. The feet just go forward and backwards. Now, that's really it for this figure, but I do dig this. This is fantastic. For those of us who grew up watching Jurassic Park, or even in the 80s, just getting this beautiful T-Rex figure is amazing in itself. And it does look really good as you pose it and manipulate it, even if the different panels and gribble do pop and move with it. But that's it for the bot mode. I mean, for the robot modes, or vehicle modes, or alternate modes, I guess we'll go with. But that's it for that. Let's go ahead and I'm going to show you what they look like in their robot modes. Alright, so here we have the two of them in their robot modes. And as you can see, they do look rather cool together. This, of course, doubles its size, so it gives it more stature, and she just looks imposing. As far as the robot modes go, this is where the set kind of fails. And it's just in my opinion. You might have different opinions, but I don't like this. I don't. I didn't like it in the 90s. I don't like it now. I'm gonna have... Look, I have a dinosaur head for a hand. It's useless. Oh, look, my other hand is useless because it's trapped behind this. Now, granted, yes, you can pop the fist out and give her, like, menacingness, but... meh. It's just meh. Now, I do like the head sculpt. The head sculpt is fantastic. It looks like Grimlock, but it looks like something we would see out of, like, the Bayverse or Prime. It's much more animalistic than Grimlock, but it is that nice homage. I do like the chest piece. I do want to like it, but I just can't. If this maybe folded away or tucked away, maybe if there was a hand in here, maybe I could, but I just cannot like it, and I'm sorry. As far as articulation goes, there is waist rotation, which actually shocked me, because this actually just kind of like pushes down and over. Head, you do get up, down, left, right. You have to be careful because the slightest amount of pressure will release that. Arms, you're going to be limited by the backpack, but you do get mobility. You do get out. You do get bend. It does go back if you put it out. I showed you earlier the hand moves up. This crap moves around to do other things, but it's mostly just useless garbage. And, well, we won't get in on that. Knee bend, you do get pretty good knee bend. Feet do not have ankle tilt, but a little bit, but not much, and it all depends on a very, very tiny pin holding everything together. As far as that goes, she can kick out about that far. You can move these down to give her more range, but like I said, I bought this for mostly the alt modes. Now, JP. Now, he is the one that's been getting the backlash online. Why? Because he has ball joints for arms. I like it. It reminds me of Transformers from the 90s and the early 2000s. It's a callback. It's a fun little callback. Yes. Yes, it is. But it isn't the most quality figure. The hand here is loose, as you can see. The ball joints themselves are a little bit loose here. But otherwise, yeah, the knees are a little bit loose. This one's tight, this one's loose. But, yeah. My problem with this, and the problem that most people are having, and I'm going to agree with them, is that it is mostly made out of transparent plastic, which means fragile city. And that does have me nervous quite a bit. I mean, the backpack here is clear plastic and it tabs in here. The feet, if you call them feet, are made out of clear plastic. And to make them, you have to force a piece under another piece, as you can see. And yeah, you know that's going to break eventually, which is another reason to keep it only in one mode. And as you can see, it is rather hollow. Otherwise, I like the design. I do. It calls back to classic Generation 1 Transformers, even Generation 2. I love the head design. It's a great amalgamation between Ian, Malcom, Dr. Grant, Muldoon, and just maybe some random people working at Jurassic Park. Other than that, it's not the best. I mean, I'm not going to lie. I wouldn't be surprised if this is the prototype for the upcoming Skids figure, as the chest and wings do remind me of Skids. And from what little I've seen of that upcoming figure, how these arms transform remind me of that as well. Articulation-wise, because it is on a ball joint, you can go almost 360 degrees. Arms can go out. There is no wrist rotation. Head is on a ball joint, so it does move a little bit, but it doesn't get much. There is no waist rotation, thankfully, with all that clear plastic. Leg can go up. It can bend. You do get the ankle tilt here, so you do get some posability. But other than that, it is what it is. And it's not going to be set for everyone, especially at the price. I ended up getting it rather cheap, but cheaper than most. And I can't really explain how, but it was a fun little thing to do, and I do like the set. Alright, so just to show you how they look with the other collaborative figures. Now, I don't have Maverick, and I'm not getting the My Little Pony figure, but just to show you just how they look comparative size, they look good. It's a unique and fun size. Now, my camera isn't showing it too well because of the angle that my camera's at, but she's only coming up to the top of the X on him. And, of course, she's slightly taller than Ectotron. And, of course, Gigawatt is the smallest of the group, but they do look good together, and I do really dig this. Being a child of the 80s and a teenager of the 90s, this is a really fun thing that Hasbro's been doing. And I do dig it. I do think they look great, but again, unlike Expanse or Ectotron or even Gigawatt, which I might put Gigawatt back into vehicle mode, I'm going to keep these guys in vehicle mode, in their alt modes, just because of how much fun that looks with that box background. But that's it. There isn't really much to talk about at this point. It is a fun set. If you want to get it, get it. If you love Jurassic Park and you love Transformers, you got to get this set. If you don't, then it's not going to be worth it. If you're not a fan of both, then yeah. And do keep in mind that this is an expensive set with some issues. Him being mostly clear plastic means he's going to shatter one day. And unless you like Beast Wars Megatron's design, this is not for you. But that's it. I thank you very much for watching. Tell me what you liked, what you didn't like, and comment down below. And I'll be talking to you soon because I'm going to be doing the first couple of the Golden Disc set. Thank you.